Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is the Upper Tier Podcast, the football podcast we bring you each and every week. If you could subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, and drop a like on the video, we would really appreciate it. It is the Monday mashup. I'm flying solo tonight, so just to let you know, Marky won't make it tonight. I wonder why. Maybe he's in a bar somewhere with the fam checking out the Man United game. Yeah, and what a game it's been so far. First half 1-0 to Everton at the moment, and a goal from Dewsbury Hall, fine strike into the far corner and stuff. But the madness of Idrissa Gueye getting sent off after a tame enough little tap across the head of Michael Keane, his own player. And it's not often we see that, is it? We will be bringing you live coverage of the second half as well as part of our roundup tonight as well. But before we get started there, as you can see, don't forget, folks, the sponsor of the Monday mashup every week this season, Hogan Elite Trophy Hire. Make sure you're checking out Mark's little business there, where he hires out trophies to charity events, special occasions, weddings, birthdays, whatever it is. So if you need the trophies there at present at a special occasion or a celebration, just get in touch with Mark. Let him know you're a subscriber to the podcast, all that kind of good stuff, and he'll look after you. It is Hogan Elite Trophy Hire, both on Facebook and Instagram. So again, if you could give them a follow and a like and all that kind of good stuff, we'd really appreciate it as well. Make sure as well, we are live streaming as well on Facebook as well as YouTube, folks. So if you are over on Facebook enjoying it, make sure you pop across to YouTube to join in with the community here. And of course, then you can pop across back to Facebook as well. Just drop a like and all the usual stuff on it. We appreciate your support. Just to give you an idea as well, plenty of shows coming up this week. Keith's Top 5 Survivor series continued today. You've seen the show would have released there. We're expecting a full gear review in from Dave either today or tomorrow, which should be pretty good as well. I will probably put together a quick preview for the PSV game on Wednesday. That might go out tomorrow, I would say. And don't forget, Pro Wrestling Weekly tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. We're really on the road to San Diego now with Survivor Series and stuff like that. War Game's still heating up. And don't forget, we have a watch along for you on Saturday night as well. We'll be live from about 1:15 to midnight, 11:45, kicking off at 12. Some of the panel members will be joining me for that watch along. Now, everyone hasn't confirmed yet, but we shall see. So it should be a bit of fun as well. And of course, Thursday Tier Talk with Darren. Don't forget to check that out as well. And all the other wrestling shows that go out during the week. Hope you're enjoying all the new content from the guys and gals and stuff like that as well. Go check out Bren's as well. SmackDown review with Emma as well. Always a really good show on a Saturday night. Right, so where do we begin? Let's begin with our Premier League review for my sins. Where do we begin? Of course, lunchtime. Burnley versus Chelsea. Interesting game. I didn't think it was going to be anything other than a Chelsea win. Burnley a little bit plucky for the first half an hour or so. But then Chelsea put a foothold in the game. Once Neto scored, Burnley under an awful lot of pressure then. And then, of course, took until the 88th minute, where Enzo Fernandez rounded it out in the 88th minute with a 2-0 win. But it always kind of seemed like it was going to be Chelsea as well. Next up then, we had Bournemouth 2, West Ham 2. Interesting game, talking about a game of two halves. And of course, Wilson getting a brace. Callum Wilson back, seems to be staying fit. And we know when this boy is fit, he knows exactly where the net is. But bagging a brace on 11 and 35. West Ham must have thought they were cruising, although Bournemouth were creating chances. Came back in the second half. Tavernier with a penalty and Unal on 81 with the equaliser. And then West Ham will consider themselves fortunate enough that they got out of there with a draw. Bournemouth to put a right foothold second half in this game. Next up, we have Brighton and Brentford, talking about a turnaround. Brentford taking the lead with a penalty. Thiago on 29. Welbeck on 71. What a season Danny Welbeck is having. Really rolling back the clock, isn't he? And then Hinchelwood with the winner on 84. Brentford will probably feel a little bit aggrieved here, a little bit disappointed that they didn't come away with something from this. But nonetheless, Keith Andrews could take a lot from this performance as well. I thought in the first half they were very, very good. Second half there was quite a bit of a drop off. But I think with Brentford, I think they were unlucky not to leave with something. Just keeping an eye on the game here, folks. They're getting ready. It looks like Mason Mount is going to come on as a sub. I haven't seen who he's coming on for yet. What is 7 on number 3? Number 3. Where's 3? Okay. We'll keep an eye on it anyway as it kicks off and stuff like that as we're doing our review. Up next, Fulham 1, Sunderland 0. Again, a little bit of a lackluster performance from Sunderland on the road down at the Cottage against Fulham. Winning 1-0, the goal by Jimenez on 84. Fulham made hard work of this, really. They were creating quite a bit in there, and they did have control of the game. If you look at the stats and the expected goals and all that kind of stuff, they were far and above Sunderland. But the Cats, a little bit of a struggle on the road there. Fulham with a big win. That 1-0 win was huge for them as well because they had dropped down the table quite a bit. So Marco Silva would have been happy with that, and of course the clean sheet as well. Then we get to the tough 3 o'clock one that I had to endure. I had to go rewatch it back because I was only listening to the commentary because I was in work and then I was driving home. But even listening to the commentary in the car, I was nearly pulling my hair out. I couldn't believe what I was seeing unfold or hearing what was unfolding. But 3-0 to Nottingham Forest. Sean Dyche setting up Nottingham Forest really well. I think Liverpool started out really well the first 30 minutes. But again, just still, even within that play in that first 30 minutes, lacked a little bit of conviction. So really struggled from that point of view. But Murillo with the goal on 33. We seen Kanate. What a foolish way to give away a corner, just a heavy touch. So just putting it out for a throw in. And the build up even to giving away that corner was shocking. Twice we went in to try and win the ball, and twice we failed. And even at one stage, we had both players on a Forest player, and they still came away with the ball. So it was really just shocking play, And then that really set up the system. Then we 39 seconds into the second half, Savona with a goal on 46. A shocking way. Like I'm sure Arne Slot would have had a word with the players. He would have set them up for the second half, and boom, within 40 seconds of the restart, suddenly you're 2-0 down. And then from there, it's just heads down, and a lot of soul searching, as they say. And then Gibbs White rounding it out on 78 with the third goal, and a really poor result. And no disrespect to Nottingham Forest and Sean Dyche, they did a fabulous job, but we were just absolutely shocking again. So I'm hoping that will fix up a little bit for the PSV game, because there's a lot of rumblings at the moment about Arne Slot's position at the club and stuff like that. And it's terrible to say it, and it's terrible to see it, because we had such a stellar season last season. So the one thing about Liverpool Football Club is they are very patient and stuff like that and all. But this is getting to a stage now where, you hear Virgil van Dijk week in, week out as well, talking about how, we need to do better. We need to improve as a team. We need to support each other through all this difficult period and stuff like that and all. But as I said on the review of the game, we've been listening to that now for about 8 or 10 games. And it's just, when is it going to turn around? When is it going to improve? And I just think, I said it on Twitter as well. I put a tweet out right on the start. I looked at the lineup and I said, this is the wrong lineup to be putting out there. It's not the right thing to be doing. You have 2 right backs on the bench and you're playing a midfielder at right back, and then they're interchanging between himself and Jones. It's just too much changing around and messing around. And, history will tell you this doesn't work out well for us at all. We've seen it in Jurgen Klopp's time as well, with Henderson and Fabinho and stuff like that. And we just need to fix up, and we need to sort stuff out. We look terrible. We look terrible. Void of confidence, plenty of energy at the beginning, but a lot of the chances that we created, the block shots and all, I think you got to do better. I don't think it's acceptable to just accept a block shot. I think you should see that the space isn't there, and it isn't, you're not capable of getting, the shot isn't there. So play the simple pass and square it and stuff like that. And a number of times we had an opportunity to do that. Again, concerns over Isaac, again, generally not in the game at all. Obviously, with Verts out injured now, he's going to be out for a while. But it looks of things for 4 or 5 weeks. Bradley the same. Frimpong out as well. But I think he's going to have to make a decision, and I think he's going to have to roll the dice on Joe Gomez or Calvin Ramsey. And he's going to have to, and it might work out for us. It might work out for us. And then we'd be looking back at these games and go, why didn't we just do it in the Forest game? You know what I mean? Like, so it's really, really frustrating at the moment, and poor from Liverpool. And I said it on the review as well. It's probably taking all things into account. Probably the worst defense of a title in the Premier League era, I would say. But let's see what happens there. A couple of decent other games then to round out the Saturday games. Wolves again. Losing 2-0 to Crystal Palace. Munoz on 63 and Jeremy Pino on 69. Good win for Palace on the road as well, but Wolves again, just just really, really tough on them at the moment. Just so many players just not playing, not in good form. A couple of players missing. Just feeling, you look, Wolves must be looking at the table going, where is the next win going to come from? And you'd worry about them. Ryan does be in the chat here on the show and stuff like that. And he warned us about it in the summer, even what was unfolding and stuff like that. And it looks at, I thought it was mad. I thought they had a lot of quality there. And you seen the first number of games, stuff like that, where they played well and just didn't get maybe a couple of points that they deserved and stuff like that. Now you see them playing now, and it doesn't even look nearly like they should be getting anything out of a game, whereas before they looked like they should be getting something out of a game, but they were just unlucky to cough up either a draw or cough up a loss or whatever it is. So now they look like they should be going out and should be losing, Man United on the attack here, Everton getting the ball away. Big shift being put in by Everton here, down to 10 men as well. Tarkovsky at the back and stuff like that. But again, we'll keep an eye. Still 1-0, 51 minutes gone. And then the big surprise as well, whatever about us not taking our opportunity to try and close the gap on Arsenal. And in the end, it didn't really matter anyway. We'll talk about the Arsenal game. Absolutely phenomenal. But Man City slipping up against Newcastle at St. James's. Newcastle win at 2-1. Harvey Barnes with a brace. On 63, they took the lead. Diaz equalised on 68. And then on 70, Harvey Barnes again made it 2-1. Newcastle running out winners. Big win for Eddie Howe and for Newcastle, and really, really needed. A lot of questions about Eddie Howe over the last month or so, the way Newcastle have been performing. They were well down the table and stuff like that, and there was huge expectation going into this season. So, yeah. Ball out on the right-hand side to Ahmad, is it? Ball in. Mason Mount with a header just wide. Just wide. They're going to need to be careful there. They're going to have to put in a serious shift here, Everton. A long way to go in this game. United attacking the Stretford end. So that rounded out your Saturdays, and then you go into Sundays, and you have Leeds, who took the lead on 8 with Nemesha. I don't know what you made of this goal. Was it a foul on the keeper? I don't think so. I think sometimes, even as an ex-goalkeeper, I think they're overprotected at times. You know what I mean? I think there has to be a little bit of physicality in there. But the boy didn't do a whole lot, and he did well to go in there and get it. Then we had Rodgers on 48 and 75 with a brace more. Unbelievable goals as well. Aston Villa turned around to winning 2-1 on the road at Ellen Road against Leeds. Leeds now drop into the relegation zone. Paul very worried about them, and called it a few weeks ago as well. He said it's games like this, these are the ones that would really worry him if he doesn't pick up some points in these. They'd be bang slapping trouble, and they will. They're probably going to have to go into the market in January, and if they don't, then they could be resided to relegation, which would be disasters, especially with Red Bull after moving in there. But obviously a little bit hamstrung on PSR to be able to invest. But a big result for Aston Villa. And then probably the game of the weekend was unbelievable. The North London derby. It was Arsenal versus Tottenham. A lot made about this. Players missing, Gabriel, and that Tottenham, I think, had 10 or 12 players missing or whatever it was and stuff like that. No. But Arsenal win a 4-1 in scintillating fashion, I would say. Tottenham really struggled on the day. Trossard with the goal on 36. Kind of a little bit fortuitous, I would say, in the way he turned and stuff like that and all, but got the job done to open it up. And then Eze took over on 41, 46 and 76 with a hat-trick in the North London derby. And this is the Ebereise that we've been looking for or waiting for and stuff like that and all, who announced himself on that stage in unbelievable fashion, and some really, really good goals as well. And an absolutely pasting. And it felt like, if you look at that Tottenham game, like Richarlison obviously got one back on 55. Beautiful finish as well, up over the keeper and stuff. But I just think that the gulf between Arsenal and Tottenham, the gulf between Arsenal maybe and the rest of the league was there on show this weekend. Arsenal looking really, really, really impressive. So impressive. Running out 4-1 winners and cementing their place at the top and extending their lead as well in the Premier League. But yeah, really, really impressive. Yeah, so what that means, where we're at the moment, Arsenal are now 6 points clear of Chelsea, and they play each other this week, and they've two huge games in the Champions League we will talk about in a few minutes. Corner coming in here from Man United, play short the edge of the box for Bruno, give him back, cleared by Everton. Everton defending in numbers. Lemons with the ball, played out to Ahmad. Ahmad picks it up, switches it out on the wing to Mbeumo. Mbeumo's cut inside. Oh, deflection off the lid, and I thought it was going to hit the back of the net, and it came out the other way. Yeah. Big up, Morris. How are you, bro? Well, Niall, looking good at the moment. Yeah, you're looking real good at the moment. That was really impressive yesterday. Now, I expect you to beat Tottenham, but there was a lot of talk about about Gabriel had been missing, stuff like that. Myself and Darren on Thursday made the point, look, that's not going to make a difference. Arsenal have so many options and stuff like that. Yeah, talk to me about Budapest. I'd say that was unbelievable, was it? Unbelievable. I'd say you loved it every minute, did you? What was it like as well? Nice place, I'd say, as well. They do nice Christmas markets and all, don't they? And stuff over there in Budapest and all. So Hungary is supposed to be a lovely country and stuff like that and all. So I hope you had a good time. Let me know, was it expensive, Morris, as well? Was it expensive? What were you looking at for the price of a beer and stuff? Was it cheap enough for food and beer? Let me know. Yeah, Spurs were horrific. Jesus, Grealish. That's no way a pen. That was a great tackle. Jeez, and Mbeumo likes to spend his time on his arse, doesn't he, on the ground? That was a real good tackle. Yeah, Spurs, absolutely shocking. So bad. It's rough on them as well. Like when your option is Richarlison, you're in trouble, Yeah, so Man City in third on 22, now 7 points adrift. And of course, if you go right down to us, we are now in 12th. I take no joy out of what's going on tonight. Normally, I'd be happy with United losing, but Everton winning means now we are down in 12th in the bottom half of the table, and we are now behind Manchester United and Everton. I think I've seen Kobe Mainu going on there and Diogo Dalot. Casemiro going off. Interesting decision there. Casemiro going off. He's been very good for United in recent times. Dorgu coming off for Dalot, and I think Kobe Mainu went on, but we'll check it out. We'll get back onto it in a second because we are going to be talking Champions League as well. Morris, really safe place, not expensive, about $2.40 for a beer, but dearer in Irish bars because of import tax. Yeah, you expect that. You'd always expect to pay more in a situation like that where you're going into a themed bar, let's say. Yeah, but nice. Hope you had a good time. Right. Let's talk some Champions League. And we got some really good games coming up. Let me just get my slide up for it. And there we go. Right. So what sticks out in the Champions League this week? Big week in the Champions League. And obviously with Arsenal and Chelsea coming up at the weekend, it's going to be a huge game, especially top of the table clash, believe it or not, who would have thought it? But interesting ones, Chelsea at home to Barcelona. It's going to be an absolute cracking game. Man City entertain Leverkusen. They should get the job done there. Leverkusen have struggled somewhat this season after their changes. Newcastle are away at Marseille. And then there's a couple of real good ones in there as well. Arsenal playing Bayern Munich. I kind of find like our relationship with Real Madrid in the Champions League is kind of a little bit like Arsenal's relationship with Bayern Munich, isn't it? Really, they're just foes or rivals in Europe that really just tend to draw each other and play each other and stuff like that. But that should be a real good game as well. That Arsenal and then Atleti are playing Inter Milan as well. That's going to be a cracking game as well. Really looking forward to that. Frankfurt and Atalanta as well as in there. Real Madrid, struggling at the moment away to Olympiacos. Surely they got to go out and they win that obviously. Bounce back from the loss against Liverpool obviously, and then Liverpool we're playing PSV on Wednesday night, and then Tottenham are away at PSG. I think that could be a tough night at the office for Thomas Frank as well. Looking at Tottenham playing there yesterday, I think they're going to really, really, really struggle against away at PSG. I mean, that's a tough game on the best of times, but if you're going over there and your form ain't great, you're struggling a little bit. Although I did say the Tottenham up till yesterday, the Tottenham have the best away form in the league or something like that. Not too sure. Need to watch out for the Kane fella and his penalties. yeah, absolutely. The danger man really is Elise, isn't it? But they've so much quality there and stuff like that. But that's going to be a real interesting game, isn't it? Morris, what do you think? Is there going to be rotation here? Are you going to really focus on this game, or is this a game where you could just potentially not play it off, but you know what I mean? Because obviously the Chelsea game would be the big game at the weekend. I mean, you're cruising in the Champions League, and you seen it with us last year. It doesn't matter whether you come first or you come eighth in that qualifying section. You know what I mean? We won the league last year, and then we got drawn to PSG, and out we went. So you don't get any bonuses for coming first or coming eighth. But you're in a crucial run of games now in the Premier League. Definitely, a win. I mean, I think you're looking really, really good for the Premier League this year. And I think a win against Chelsea would be a statement win. On top of that Spurs win as well, 6 points would be absolutely massive. And I wouldn't be as overly worried. Now, you have a few players back as well, so that will make a difference as well. So, Acers, they're completely fucked. I wouldn't say that. It's half an hour to go, Acers. They've created a few chances already. Everything's sitting in. Wouldn't go that far. At all. You're tempting fate by that. 788 for 2 beers in Puskas Arena. Be full strength in both games. I'd say no, nothing is done yet. You think so, yeah? Think so? I would have thought he'd rotate for the Chelsea game. I would have thought it would have made sense. You know what I mean? Like I know if it was me, that would be my thinking. But I suppose with Arteta, sometimes it's different. He's kind of, dare I say, he's a proud man. You know what I mean? So maybe, you don't want to be picking up any more injuries as well, especially after getting a couple of the boys back. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, that's great, isn't it? 788 for 2 beers in the Puskas Arena. That's exceptional, isn't it? That's exceptional. Where are we? Champions League. Anything else stick out there? Where do we see? What's the good ones? I think we spoke about most of them, didn't we? Dortmund Villarreal, be a good toy. I don't see a whole lot else. Decent week though. Obviously with Chelsea. And what we're talking about Dortmund Villarreal. Juventus, interesting one away to Bodo, who have done okay. You know what I mean? That's not an easy place to go either. So Chelsea, Barcelona, obviously, and Arsenal, Bayern are probably the pickings. I suppose Atleti, Inter as well, and Tottenham, PSG are the picks, and obviously for my own one on Wednesday, Liverpool, PSV, I should say. But it certainly will be interesting. But it's match week 5, so should be interesting. Right. I'm just going to remove this now, the slides, because that's really it. And what we will do is we'll continue on with this United game on a watch-along level. I'm just going to get it up here because it's easier for me to watch it here. I'm going to creak my neck. United all on the attack here. Ahmad cuts in. Is that a deflection? No? The corner? 64 minutes gone here. Just gone 65th. Grealish down holding his shin. Maybe he should wear shin guards. Just saying. I'll get it on here because it's easier for me then to follow. I'm actually down looking at it then, you know. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, there we go. That should kick in now for me. 60. I mean, you're not going to work, right? Oh, working. There we go. No, doesn't like that anyway. Hang on. That should do it. Now, 66 minutes gone. I'm just in the 67 minute here. Still 1-0 to Everton. United just inside the Everton half now, out on the right hand side. I didn't actually look to see. Didn't actually look to see what the changes were. Let's see now. Pickford with the ball. He's such a shit house, isn't he? Look at him. He's deadly. I'd love to know how much time his shenanigans carves off the clock. I'd love to know. Let's see on the lineups here, see what the changes were. Obviously, you know about Idrissa Gueye getting sent off. So we had Seamus Coleman went off injured early on, 10 minutes gone. Jacob Bryan came on for him. And then we've had Mazraoui went off for Mason Mount on 46. Dorgu went off for Dallo on 58. And Casemiro went off for Kobe Mainu on 58 as well. So that's where we're at the minute. Obviously, Dewsbury Hall with the goal on 29. Interesting. Ball on the left-hand side with Man United. Recycled. Being switched across. Central now, I think, with the lit. Snapshot there from Mbuemo just inside the box, just going left. Just going left. Let's take some more comments. Morris. Nice to see Moyes winning at Old Trafford. Say nothing. Say nothing. There's 22 minutes to go. Feel bad for Coleman. Stellar in the games for us, though. Yeah, he was stellar for us. I think the problem with Seamus Coleman is Seamus Coleman's getting to an age now, isn't he, where like that amount of volume of games, he probably is going to break down. You know what I mean? It's a tough one for him. Everton battling here in the middle of the park. Pick up the ball just outside the box. Grealish is going to let fly, is he? How come he never shoots? Is that Grealish? I think it is, isn't it, with the coloured boots? He just what's going on with him? He just doesn't shoot. Sure, he doesn't. He just does not shoot. Can't fault his play and stuff like that, but he should pull the trigger. He's a great shot on him. You know, it's insane. I don't know how we're going here. Am I synced up with this? Probably not. 70 minutes gone here. Yeah, I'm not far off it anyway. I'm not far off it. Everton doing a phenomenal job here. They'd have been on the ascendancy this half and stuff, and they've been the one attacking stuff like that. But Everton down to 10 men. This is phenomenal. Ball into the box. Niall with a header. Everton with a throw in on the right hand side, just level with the 18-yard line. Throw in coming in, probably from Jake O'Brien, probably be a long one. Hard to get a long throw in at United, isn't it, as well, with the kind of the drop off of the pitch. Not the way the pitch kind of veers down and stuff like that. There's talk as well that might be getting changed next season, isn't it? Any of you United fans in the chat, let me know. If you're in there and you're in the chat, let me know. Is that the plan? Is the plan to change the what's going on here? Don't know. What's happening? This ref's a bit of a stickler, isn't he? Bit of a stickler. Yeah, I don't think Morris. I don't think it looked anything bad. Don't think it looked anything bad. Actually, I might get that out of there, will I? Get that out of there so we can see the chat better. There we go. Yeah, he should be. He'll be okay for March. I don't think March will be in doubt unless he broke his leg or something. Like Barry for Everton as well up front. He's a worker, isn't he? He's a worker. Yeah, I was saying up till tonight, he's keeping Beto out of the God, do better than that, Bruno. Great chance for Bruno there. Mount taking the ball down, pass it to Bruno. Bruno trying to clip outside of the foot to the far corner, puts it way over the bar. Very unlike Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, but certainly United with chances here. Bruno disgusted with himself. But yeah, he's keeping Beto out of the side. But I was listening there going in the time he's been playing for Everton, he hadn't even had a shot on target. You know what I mean? So it's mad to think. And about the boy Beto as well. He's a big boy. He's a handful, you know. So he might be the kind of boy in a system like this where you'd want him to hold up the play and stuff like that, you know. We shall see. We shall see. United here inside the Everton half. Ball inside. And Buemo, Ahmad. Switch back out to Buemo. I find sometimes with Buemo and all, I mean, he's having a great start to his career at Man United and stuff like that, no doubt about it. He's probably been one of the signings of the windows, to be honest, in terms of how we'd expect him to settle in, but the questions were how heavy would the jersey be going to Man United from Brentford and stuff like that, but he's done a stellar job. But you find at times, folks, I don't know if you feel about it as United fans as well, does he just be a little bit too wide? Reminds me a little bit sometimes of you know, Mo Salah, where he's out so wide, he gives himself so much to do. You know what I mean? So it's what's wrong with Grealish here? Has Grealish got a problem? Did you see the video of Phil Thompson with the Ashes? Yes, I did, Morris. I did see it. Phenomenal, actually. I shared it yesterday as well. What a beautiful moment and a beautiful gesture and stuff. That ball into the box for Man United, straight a pick for Xerxes. I'm going to try a couple of different things here. Just not coming off them. Yeah, I did. It was absolutely phenomenal. What a moment. What an absolute moment. And the way he spread them as well. And I think Tomo was nearly as proud as the family, wasn't he? The fact that he had been asked and stuff like that and all. And it was just so cool. Just a shame we couldn't get the result to match the situation, you know what I mean? It's a bit sad if you're spreading one of your parents' ashes or something like that, and then you go out and you get fucking done like that, you know. But sure, however, we'll be back. Hopefully, we'll be better on Tuesday against PSV. Yeah, United here in Everton's half. United are trying everything here. It's just Everton are being resolute. We know how difficult they can be. One thing Everton do know how to do is defend, you know. Ball on the left-hand side. Everton pick it up again, recycle it out. Don't be playing around like that, lads. Get it out. That's a free kick. It's no better than that Luke Shaw being in a position like that. No need to give a free kick away there. Not when you have players boxed in. Bum, 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 bum. 'Cause, 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 What's going on here? Grealish and Tarkovsky having a chat with the ref. What would he look for? Were they looking for a card there or something? Everton doing well here so far. I know United have created quite a bit in this half and stuff like that, but Everton being down to 10 men, you'd nearly kind of forget they're down to 10 men, wouldn't you? Aerial duels tonight. Barry 14. That's interesting. I just realised there, Everton did the switcheroo like Forest with us on Saturday. So United were attacking the Stretford there in first half, weren't they? What did Xerxes do there? Yeah, you give him an elbow to the chest anyway. Yeah. Grealish. Xerxes a big lad, isn't he? He's a big unit, isn't he, Xerxes? Big unit. 77 minutes gone here. Still 1-0 to Everton. Changes afoot, as we can see. Pickford again. Look, he's just... Oh, I don't know. Pickford must just waste 10 minutes in a game, does he? And it's not even... That has to be a free kick. Yeah, that's a free kick, 100%. Grealish is so good at that as well, isn't he? He's so good at winning those free kicks. He's a solid boy as well. Free kick, Gardner coming in. Yeah, that was sloppy from Ahmad there. Look, Grace, he just stops, look, and he just draws. He knows because Ahmad can't stop. So, yeah, he can't stop, yeah. Gas. Let's get a bit of commentary here and see what's going on. Maybe not. Go back to events. It's easier. So we got a free kick coming in here from Jimmy Gardner. One man in the wall. Ball comes in. Going out for a corner. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno complaining about the jersey tug. You wouldn't even think that, you wouldn't think Everton here are down to 10 men. I think that's what will disappoint. And I know sometimes when teams go down to 10 men, they nearly play better. Corner coming in here from Gardner again. But it's it's just sometimes it's more difficult. But I have to say, if you look at that first 10, 15 minutes of this game as well, Everton were playing really, really well. I think at one stage it was it touches in the box or something they flashed up, and it was like 14-1 or something like that in favour of Everton. So Everton started out this game really, really well. And then unfortunately just a moment of madness on your own teammate. How often do we see that? I think they were talking about it in commentary, and I think they only said it's about 3 times it's happened in the past or something like that. Now the question is, was it a red card? When you look at the ruling on it, you know what I mean? It was didn't seem too aggressive, did it? It seemed like a tap. You know what I mean? It didn't seem like there was a whole lot in it. Ball out on the left-hand side here with United. Diogo Dalot. Out to... Is that Kobe Mainu, is it? Or is it Lenny Yoro? Buemo. Bruno with the shoulder drop, switches across left-hand side. Ball into the box. Xerxes with the header. Phenomenal save from Jordan Pickford. Full stretch. What a save from Jordan Pickford. That's what myself and Darren talk about. That's what he does so well. It's times like that he just comes up clutch. Full stretch he was there. Phenomenal. Phenomenal save. He's absolutely pivotal. Darren said it the other night. How many times would, and it's hard to say, but how many times would Everton have gotten relegated or been so close with if it wasn't for Jordan Pickford? United still pressing here. Everton dug in here, defending for their lives. Out on the ball into the box. He's going to go for a corner. Going to go for a corner here. 80 minutes gone. 80 minutes gone. Corner to United on the left-hand side. Ball in. Headed away by Everton. Again, defending is immense. Oh! Bruno left fly there. Ball just over the bar. Great shot. Substitute coming on here. I think Beto's going to come on here. And I said it. He might be the guy to hold things up. He might be the guy to hold things up. What a save by Pickford. Just seen the replay of it again. Phenomenal. Great header from Xerxes as well. You can't do much more than that. You cannot do much more than that header there. Absolutely phenomenal save. Phenomenal save. Kept his team ahead with that save. 81 minutes gone. Barry off. And who's the other swap? Ilman and Doy. Phenomenal. So Barry and Ndoye off. Rajabinam and Beto on. Interesting to see what way they play Beto now. Do they play the ball up to Beto and he's the hold-up guy? Good night's work from Barry, in fairness, and the other boy Ndoye as well. He was very impressive as well, even when they went down to 10, running the channels and all, and tirelessly working and stuff like that. But this is where Everton are going to earn their money now. Final 8-9 minutes here. United will press here for an equaliser. Probably looking to try and get one earlier rather than later, and try and then go for a winner. Everton still defending staunchly there. Mikalenko. You can always rely on Mikalenko, can't you? So strong. Ahmad again trying to pull the strings here. 82 minutes gone. Wonder what the dressing room was like when Michael Keane went in. The dressing gay. I wonder what it was like. I'm sure Moisey would have sorted that out anyway. So you wouldn't want to be having to go off Moisey. He doesn't mess around with that kind of thing, Ball right hand side. Everton clearing. It goes out for a throw into United. United have had 20 shots to Everton's 3. On target 4-1. Possession 68-32. You expect that. And touches in opposition's box 43-11. Yeah, Everton have dropped right off. And you would expect that being down to 10 men. But I have to say, it doesn't. You look at those stats there, it doesn't feel like that's the way it's been. I know United this half have been really, really strong and pushing and pressing and creating an awful lot as well. But it doesn't. It just didn't feel like it doesn't feel. You'd expect this from Everton or from United at Old Trafford. It doesn't kind of feel like it's like Everton are down to 10 men. Very clever. Moyes is very clever that way as well. You can lose a man and he'll just adjust the formation. Drop a player out and sit a player in, and all of a sudden you're still playing with 10 men and you still have good. The way a lot of teams when they get down 10 men, they just fall asunder. I think when you get good coaches like David Moyes and stuff like that, real old school boys as well, they just expect the other 10 players to pick up that 10% or 100% of that player that's gone off and just put in a further bigger shift. And especially he would be absolutely fucking fuming with the boys as well, especially after getting your own player sent off, you know what I mean? Round with yourselves. It's hard enough to go to Old Trafford and pick up a win. They haven't won there, I think, since 2013, wasn't it? Oviedo or something. Was the boy who got the winners if they were shown it earlier, and I think Roberto Martinez was the manager at the time. So it's 12 years since Everton have had a win here. This would be absolutely massive for them. Be a kicker for United as well on a bit of a run at the moment, what's it, 3 wins and 2 draws, is it, or something like that? So they've been steady without being stellar, I would say, you know what I mean? But certainly there's been a massive uplift from where they were. They're certainly going into games with a kind of a better view of things, if you would like. Grealish should have been well ahead of that. He did the right thing. You didn't read it. 85 minutes gone here. I think that's Kobe Mainu, is it? No. Free kick Everton or throw in. Amarin looking a little bit frustrated. He always tends to look somewhat relaxed, doesn't he? Like he's 1-0 down here to Everton with 10 men. You know what I mean? He does have, dare I say, does he have a shade of confidence that his players will get something done? You never see him. He's not like you don't see him usually panicked. You know what I mean? Everton being very careful here. They know they're pretty close. Into the 86th minute now. 1-0 to Everton. The goal by Drewsbury Hall on, was it on 29 minutes? Yeah, 29 minutes. After going down to 10 men. Like they've been down to 10 men since the 13th minute when the Trezeguet struck Michael Keane in the face with the softest paw you'd ever see and yet got a straight red for it. The difficulty now is they might lose him from now because the AFCON will be coming up in the next number of weeks, won't it, as well? So we'll have to see what happens there. Big up, Daz. Good to see you, pal. Hope you're good, pal. Tough times for us, isn't it? Tough times, Daz, isn't it? At the moment. Need to fix up, don't we? But yeah, good to see you, pal. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Another ball into the box, bullet header there from Xerxes, just wide. Mainu doing really, really well since he came on. Just that little opens up that little space. His delivery into the box real good as well. Xerxes was just wide of the goal as well. It came at him very quick. It was a tough one. Nearly needed a glancing header into the far corner, didn't it? It came at him so quick. Another double change here coming up for Everton. Grealish down, which Everton won't be happy about at all. He's been a talisman for them this season. So Grealish going off, limping. Hope he's okay. Everton fans very happy with the effort that's being made there as well, and so they should be. It's been phenomenal. You kind of feel bad then, don't you? If United were to get a goal back here, although they're endeavours, Drewsbury Hall going off as well. But you know when you've done that well with 10 men for so long, you know what I mean? McNeil coming on. So what's the switches? So Grealish and Drewsbury Hall going off. And McNeil came on. And Alcaraz. Two interesting players. McNeil, I like McNeil. Haven't heard a lot about him though. He mustn't have played much this season. Haven't heard a whole lot about him, unless I've missed it now. But he was a player that I did like. Free kick here now. Alcaraz in the wars already straight away, getting a kind of an elbow or an arm to the ear there. Free kick to Everton just inside United's half, heading towards the Stretford end. Everton need to be careful here now. 88 minute. It'll be interesting to see what they're putting up as time as well. Ball scooped away, I think, by De Ligt there. Xerxes missing out. Everton battling for the ball. United come up with the ball on the left-hand side. Very patient tonight, United as well. De Ligt moving the ball out to the right-hand side. Ball out to Ahmad. Edge of Everton's box. Xerxes with another save over the bar. Pickford. Bigger save than it was. I think it was bread and butter for Pickford, to be honest. Again, brilliant ball into the box. Beautiful header by Xerxes. Just couldn't keep it down. I think it was going over anyway, was it? Let me have a look here. Yeah, it was going over anyway. I don't think he touched it. Did it go off the bar there? Didn't know whether he touched it or not. Corner in from United. Switch to the box. Training ground corner. Everton pick up the ball and Garner puts it out of play. We're in the 90th minute now here, folks. We're in the 90th minute, so we're going to be seeing what stoppage time there is. Probably, I'd say 6 minutes, is it? Are we talking 5 or 6 minutes? Look at the volume of substitutions. That's poor from United there. Shouldn't give up the ball there. United now on the break. Everton now on break. No, coughed up again to United. Everton need to be careful here. Just be very careful. Well done. Good strength there on Kobe Maynard there from Tarkovsky. Strength-wise, there's only going to be one winner there, isn't there? Strength-wise, there's going to be only one winner. Only going to be one winner. Let's see what we have here. We should find out shortly now, injury time, what we're going to have. Boy, Beto harassing him there. That's good play there again. I think it was Beto, was it? Out there on the wide side. What are we getting here? 6? 4. I am shocked at that. I'm shocked at that. 4 minutes. United fans can't believe it. I personally would have thought 6. I wouldn't have thought 4 at all. I'm very shocked at that. Everton still fighting hard here. United on the break down the left-hand side. So they're actually calling for the ball in the centre. Ball out wide. Ball into the box. Cleared by Mikalenko, I think it was. Yeah, cleared by the boy Mikalenko for a corner, I think, for United. 92nd or 91st minute here at the moment. United will be in a hurry to take this now. How did you feel about the goal, folks, as well? Should Lemons have done it? Should Lemons have done a little bit better as well? I know he got a hand to it. Wasn't a very strong hand, but he got a hand to it. A big punch there by Pickford out. Everton now with the ball. Taking it away. Just roll it. Just go into the corner there with it, mate. What a ball. Oh, Lemons out real quick for it. 92nd minute. 92nd minute. United on the halfway line. Still very patient. Just lacking a little bit of urgency, I would say. And that drives me mad at times. You know, I talk about it even on the Liverpool games as well. That lack of urgency when you're behind. Ball picked up just outside the box. Kobe Mainoo, was it? No, Bruno Fernandes. Out wide to Ahmad. Ahmad in the box. Comes across. Pickford with the save. Just kind of stubbed at it, didn't he? Just kind of stubbed at it. You expect him just to bury that, the lit. Expect him to bury that into the far corner, don't you? Tell you, Everton are doing everything here they can. McNeil there with the header over the bar there, looking at it. I think it's a corner to United, isn't it? Ruben Amorim pacing up and down now. And Buemo with the corner coming in, 93rd minute. Lemons up as well. Interesting. Ball all the way through. Man, it's like pinball. Oh, they're away. Are they away? Oh, so unlucky. Ball in for United. Header away by Everton. All pump on deck here at the moment. Everton with the ball. That's it. Just take it up into the corner. Do the sensible thing. No heroics. That's it. Back to Pickford. Yeah. 94th minute now. Not too long left, folks. Didn't need to do that, Jordan. Didn't need to do that. Straight up the middle with it. Amorim diving for balls here. Throw in. Presume that is Bruno. Switches it out to the left-hand side. Big Jake O'Brien there, I'd say, with the header, was it? And that is just about full time, folks. And that is a 1-0 win for Everton. How good has James Gardner been tonight, folks? Does he get enough praise? He's been phenomenal tonight. He's covered every inch of ground as well. Hats off to the Everton players as well. Even as a Liverpool fan, you can't deny that. That's a big win as well. 12 years since they won at Old Trafford. Look at Dewsbury Hall screaming for the full-time whistle. There it is. Moisey absolutely delighted. Pumps the ground. He'll feel great about that, Moisey, as well, won't he? That's a big win for Everton. United will not be happy about that at all. Literally, they had most of the game with Everton down to 10 men. 13 minutes. Trezeguet got sent off. Grealish and Pickford. They're kind of the same, aren't they? They're both shit houses, aren't they? They're both shit houses. Lads, we got to get that Drewsbury Hall lad signed up to Ireland, don't we? Got to get him signed up to Ireland. That's a massive win for Everton tonight. They put in a stellar shift, they did. United will be fuming. There's Lenny Yoro on the deck there. Won't be too happy. I have to say, when Kobe Mainu came on, folks, he looked good. He was doing good stuff and stuff like that and all, you know. I think, don't know what it is with Amarin and Kobe Mainu. What do you think, folks? Tough one for us as Liverpool fans now, isn't it? United and Everton above us. Obviously, losing Cunha as well would be tough, and Seshko. Xerxes, will he give you a bit of endeavour and stuff like that? And he had a couple of decent header chances and stuff like that and all. He's not really. Is he at the level? Do we think he's at the level? I don't know whether he's at the level or not. He's a big boy as well. He's a big boy. But you see at times there's a lot of physical duels and challenges and stuff like that he tends not to win. The guy's a monster. Moyes won't be in any hurry to get off that pitch. He'll be over there waving to those Everton fans. Look at him. Well done, Moisey. It's hard even as a Liverpool fan not to feel good for Moisey, isn't it? Like he's one of those institutions of the Premier League, really, isn't he? Hard not to feel good for Moisey and stuff like that. But yeah, terrible. Now behind United and Everton. Not good. Not good. Let me see. What's this table look like? What's our challenges then? And we're away to West Ham next week or this week, aren't we? Roberto Martinez, he'll have a lot to say because he was the last guy. Yeah. So the three of us are on 18, and so is Tottenham. And our goal difference is -2, and the Everton and United are on 0 and 0. Tottenham obviously are on 6. So yeah, it's going to be interesting going into the weekend now. It's going to be interesting going into the weekend. But then you think about it, like as bad as we've been, we're on 18, right? We get a win at the weekend against West Ham, we move up 21. Inconceivably, 21 points could put you back up in 5th, pending on results. You know what I mean? So it's, you know what I mean? Although it's fucking disastrous and we've been so bad and stuff like that and all, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah. I don't know, like, it's a tough one to call, you know. Darren doesn't be too fuming. Darren's kind of level-headed and stuff like that and all, you know, but certainly there just wasn't enough. So is Jake O'Brien. Hi, Niall, that was fucking rubbish by United. They were much better second half, Phil, weren't they? I thought first half, I thought Everton, especially that first, 15 minutes until Trezeguet got sent off, I thought Everton were really, really good. Palace will destroy United comfortably. I says, you're a gas lad, you know that. You think everyone will destroy everyone comfortably. You say this every week. Was a better second half though, Ted? Again, it just didn't look like it was. Maybe they came out and they felt we're having 45 minutes against 10 men that Everton would have dropped off, but we know how good Everton can be defending. But there was just was there a lack of conviction in it? I mean, obviously Xerxes there had the two headers and stuff like that. And the first one I thought was really good. Pickford with a real good full stretch save. But you probably expect more, don't you? You probably would expect more. But there it is, folks. There it is. They were no cutting edge and no fight. Yeah, it just felt like nearly like sometimes when you see us as well, where you lack that conviction, just that crispness that you need and stuff like that. You move the ball around so much better. Did you look better, Ted, when Mainu came on? I thought when Mainu came on, I thought he was just giving you a little bit more. And look, it's a tough one as well when you're slinging balls into a box against the likes of Mikalenko and Tarkovsky, because that's bread and butter to them all day. It's a really, really tough one. And if it's not working for you, constantly repeating it as well doesn't do a whole lot either, But United would be disappointed in that, looking at results. Like United could have moved up to 6th. United would have won tonight, could have moved up to 6th. You know what I mean? And that would have put them what? 21. No, sorry, 21. They would have had 21. Would have moved up to 5th. Would have moved up to 5th. I'll tell you how crazy this season is, won't it? But there you go. Anyway, that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed the show. Sorry, Mark, he couldn't make it. He was out enjoying the match with family and stuff like that and all. I will be back tomorrow night for Pro Wrestling Weekly. Don't forget to check out all the other shows that are going up as well. Really appreciate you joining us here, as always. And we'll talk to you again real soon. Cheers, folks.